I gotta be straight with you. The Gerudo Desert theme, it isn't too bad. It's not the best theme in the world, but not the worst either. I kinda see it as a low-key, chill vibe song of sorts. It's pretty fitting. Pretty catchy too. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Previously, we finally arrived at the Gerudo Desert to continue our adventure now that we're officially starting our search for the Mirror of Twilight. Today, we're gonna interact with the Slab of Stone after we deal with the Poe nearby to gather a 31st soul. Following our introductory trek into the Gerudo Desert, and see what this can hold, because apparently Midna, sorry, Midna wants to interact with it. What is this thing? Well, the thing is, we can warp and have that go all the way to the Elden Province, because there's been one place in the overworld that has been bothering me for so long, like on a level that you wouldn't believe. This is the part that the Twilight took away that destroyed the Bridge of Elden some time back, and they apparently stashed it here. And we finally have this dang bridge fixed. You have no idea how much of a hassle this specific bridge has been to me throughout the series, because there's been times where I had to cross into the Elden region, but I couldn't cross it completely because this bridge was out, and that got in the way of picking up quite a few collectibles during my search. It's been quite the nuisance, but we've thankfully got that fixed at long last. And it's a good thing that we could get that fixed too, because without that, that would have been even more of a hassle to have to deal with throughout the entire game if there wasn't a chance that we could fix that at all. Also, since we got that portal at the Gerudo Mesa now activated, we don't need to take Fire's Oasis flight, which is now cost 10 rupees per ride to get to the desert. You don't have to take that because you got a warp, so you can get over to the desert for free anytime you want. Also, by uncovering or moving the slab of stone back into its rightful place, it opens a very ominous entrance. Those of you who are veterans of this game know where this leads to. And if you don't know what this is, we're not dealing with that till later. Like, post-game later. I mean, I could do that now, but believe me when I tell you, that's gonna take quite a bit of time to get through, and I've got plans on how to deal with that specific entrance. Just trust me, we'll be saving that for the post game, and it'll be best reserved for that spot. So, you already know I got bonus content lined up after this series is finished. Now, if I continue to traverse through here, I want to actually talk more about the Bridge of Elden spot that we did just uncover. It turns out that bridge is a potential game-breaking point, because in some copies, if you didn't repair the bridge, by saving and quitting it after it got destroyed before you entered the Twilight in the Linear Province, Link would appear on the south side of the bridge after opening the file, which would make getting into the Linear Province impossible. So that is a potential soft locking point of sorts if you're not too careful on knowing where to save. And believe it or not, that's not the only place where you can cause a game-breaking save like that. There's another point later on, which I think is way more well known than the Elden Bridge location is, that you can potentially soft lock yourself into getting through the rest of the game. In other news, we're able to find another Poe over here. Do the same song and dance of ripping its soul out to get ourselves another soul. And like last time, the Poe was guarding a get the heart first. A dig spot. So we're gonna dig into that very quickly. Oh, oh, hello there. Oh, hello, indeed. I did not expect to find two more Poes here. I kind of figured we'd be finding another encounter like that later on, but I forgot I was gonna be in the desert province. Almost got that second soul too. That would've been so cool if I got two of them in a row like that, but I kind of hesitated for a moment. And Link, what were you doing? Why are you trying to dive head first into the dirt like that, man? I want you to go after. Stop that. Oh, I can't go after because it's right inside the rocks. This is getting really ridiculous, Link. Come on. Thank you. I don't know why that took you like 20 times to get that next soul, but whatever. At the cost of a few hearts, not that much, like 2.5. We did get that squared up right away. Get rid of the slingshot. I highly doubt I'm gonna be using that again. Not unless I run off arrows at some point, which I hope that doesn't happen again, because that was kind of embarrassing the last time it did occur. I'll blow up all these rocks to see if any of them hold any rupees inside. We got a lot of boss to deal with, or dispense rather, because I did get quite a few when I was trying to grind up on rupees. Yeah, I don't think there's any rupees we did get from those rocks, which is kind of crap. But also makes sense because that would kind of be a little cheap if you did get rupees out of that circle of rocks we found ourselves surrounded by. We also light up all of these torches as per tradition. I'll get to those spots soon, Link. Don't worry. We're not gonna leave those unharmed either. I would be causing treason to you if I were to do that. And opening that will get us the sad Midnight stamp, which is... Look at how sad she is. That's not right. That's just not right at all. She deserves to be happy and proud of who she is and where she comes from all the time. I mean, it's not the kind to get sad that easily. Anyways, that used to be an orange rupee before the stamps got introduced in this version of the game. And nothing under those rocks. I want to see what they were holding, if they were holding anything. I'm not gonna check the other ones because they're probably not gonna have anything special, like maybe green rupee at best. So I believe now we have 34 souls in total on our way to collecting all those needlessly used souls in this entire area now. Yeah, 34. I think we got that taken care of now. I'm pretty sure we're safe to proceed now. I don't see anything else out of the ordinary, which means we'll head to the camp next. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull out my arrows and attach that with the Hawkeye. It's been a time and a half since I got the Hawkeye. I never really used it until now because I kind of forgot about it for a time actually. But this is the spot where I'm gonna use it because I want to show you just how fun sniping is in the game. Let's head over here. That seems like a good enough spot. Alright, so you can toggle it on and off. It's cool to know. Oh. Oh, I thought that by holding it down it would take away the Hawkeye, but it didn't. You can move the stick to zoom in and out, like a sniper. Yeah! Get a little fancy cutscene too for taking out our enemy like that. Sweet. Do that. Alright. So you can probably see how fun sniping is with the Hawkeye on. I'm going to toggle that to the R button. That'll make it a little more easy for me to use the arrows that way. Oh, there's some guys here too. Well, let's tackle them before they have a chance to get on the ride. Oh, no, you don't. You're not getting to attack me in any sense, buddy. Those Bulblins never had a chance. They never saw me coming. And they were guarding a red rupee, apparently. Okay. Well, we can use these boars as our normal steeds, since we can't get opponent here right now. There isn't any horse grass in this area because, well, the desert. Like, what plant is going to survive in this kind of climate? But this kind of operates, these boards kind of operate the same way as opponent would. Just hit A to charge, make them charge, and they'll bust down any towers or fences that we come across. Now I'm taking this one all the way back to that fence we saw earlier. I think it was near that day fly that we did pick up last episode. Oh! Oh, that's bad. That was kind of mean of me. And I'm spawning back from the last camera we're in. Alright, interesting. I didn't know there was a trench placed there. I hope there's a way to get over to that fence, because I don't want to have to wind up in a place that I can't use the boards to traverse anywhere in the desert. That would be really crappy design if that were true. Just want to show that I can bust down towers too. I wasn't just talking out of my butt when I said that. It's also pretty fun to use these boards too. They might be a little crazy to control since they do go a little overboard when you do make them charge, but they're still pretty fun to use. Unfortunately, this is the only area where you can find them in the entire game apart from Hyrule Field, specifically the Eldin region, where we were finding these the riders near the Bridge of Eldin, that we could use them. Kind of unfortunate that they don't get used that much. They do come up in like one other area later on, but not much else. As long as they serve that big of a purpose either, they're just another steed for you to control, but they're a pretty destructive steed, if I have to say anything positive about them. I mean, you're not gonna find an opponent charging headfirst into any fences or towers like these guys can, now can ya? Also, they can run down these Moldorms too, nice. Yeah, it's a good thing I came back here because I did miss out on a chest the last episode. That's gonna be a weird angle. We can't even see the arrow since we're inside the boar. I did not mean for that to work out that way, but that was a little funny. At least I got a nice shot of that boar's side, I suppose. Just getting the best angle for our little boar friend here. I used the term little loosely. I mean, look at the size of this thing. Can run down anything it dang well pleases, including these fences over here that we saw was guarding a chest on the other side. Ow. Well, it's good enough. We got all the fences taken out anyways. I really hope there's not a pwn here. I would be really upset if there was a pwn in this location. I don't think there is, but it wouldn't shock me if I was wrong. Anyways, that was an orange rupee we got, which is very nice. Almost halfway filled up to our wallet too, which will allow me to use that magic armor without feeling any regret. Just right, normally I never noticed the heat wave detail that was in this region before. That's something I never really paid close attention to. It's a little bit of a neat touch they added in for this desert. If you're expecting to find any Gerudo, since it's called the Gerudo Desert in this province, I hate to burst your bubbles, but they're not in this game at all. Chances are they probably died off during the Interloper War. There probably is a theory or two out there that does describe what happened to the Gerudo, because they're not present in this game in any sense, despite the fact that we're basically trotting around their homeland. Same thing for the Sheikah too. You never find any Sheikah in this game either, despite that this is taking place very similarly to Ocarina of Time. The Sheikah aren't mentioned here either in any way, not even Impa. Not Impa. Yeah, Impa, what am I saying? You can't even find Impa here. She's not present in this game at all. Which is very strange because most games I've played does have Impa in some form or another. So maybe I'm just used to her keep me company in these games. It's just kind of find it weird that a 3D title of the Zelda franchise doesn't have her involved in any way whatsoever. Then again, this is coming off someone who played Skyward Sword, and Ocarina of Time when they were younger, when Impa was a prominent character in both those games. So like I said, I'm just used to her company is all. At least we're finding more arrows and rupees underneath these towers and behind these fences. Quite a few places you can hit with these spores. Not including that wall, no. That wall's not gonna be hiding anything, but that chest, however, I will take. Another rupee. And that has almost got us halfway up to our wallet being filled up. I'll break through this just for the heck of it. Satisfy my compulsion of destroying everything and not leaving anything left standing. He says as he almost misses that that tower. But I won't leave those fences though. Those will be going a little too carried away. Ah, crap. The bad thing is when you charge with these bars, they will be a lot hard to control, unfortunately. Kinda goes without saying, but it's still a negative when you have to deal with them charging around. At least we got over here. And more specifically, we finally meet the hero's shade in its wolf form once again. We meet again. At last, the skills I have to teach you have entered the realm of true secrecy. They are forgotten ways that do not leave our bloodline. Among the techniques I shall be teaching you are some that may even endanger you. Do you feel ready to learn these skills? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the Helm Splitter. Now then, come at me! Remember to use the shield attack first, before finding your opening for the Helm Splitter, and also following up. Excellent! It appears you are certainly capable before my lost art. Very well. My fifth hidden skill is the Mortal Draw. Let it be hewed into your mind. The ways of the sword are known to many creatures, and some have strengthened their guards against shield attacks and back slices. Should you encounter such a foe, the Mortal Draw that I am about to teach you is most effective. You must sheath your sword and cast aside the most basic of sword skills, the ZL target. You must wait until your foe is upon you. Then before the enemy can see through your ruse, you must quickly draw your blade with A. There is no defense for this. The Mortal Draw deals death. Very well. Now, try it! So this is a purely offensive-based technique. Keep your shield and sword sheathed, and when you see the prop come up, or when you see Link holding his hilt, yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that hero shade. Don't worry. When you see the prop come up, that's your least immortal draw. No defense for this whatsoever, and it's very, very powerful. That was a pointed strike. But do not forget that this technique leaves your life at risk. The fifth hidden skill, the Mortal Draw, has been passed on. In my opinion, it's not that powerful. It's only useful against a handful of enemies we'll find a little later on in the game. But when you can use it, it can deal so much damage. It'll likely one-shot most foes if I had to guess anything. That's how powerful this Mortal Draw is. There are still 2 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next. May we meet again. I already have the 5 hidden skills learned from the Hero's Shade. That is amazing. It just felt like some time ago we just got the Helm Splitter too, and I barely used that. I barely used any of the techniques that the Hero Shade has taught us lately, which is a travesty that I have neglected that, but I also haven't found any enemies that were worth using those against, at least not yet. This next half of the game is a little tougher when it comes to enemy variety than the ones we've dealt with so far, so chances are I will be using some of those techniques we have been learning over our time in the game a little more often. And we can see that the Bulblins aren't too anxious to see us here, but this is why I have the Hawkeye out, to make sniping these guys out a little more fun. And that guy was nowhere near trying to hit me. He wasn't even trying. And I did want to use the Hawkeye for a little while. Like I said, I forgot about before. But I'm gonna rectify that right now by going through this area. Because this is gonna be very archer heavy. So rely on your bow for the next little bits to get through what's coming up here. This is otherwise known as the Bulblin Camp. Whoa, hi there. Where'd you guys come from? Guess you're hanging over there. Maybe there are a couple archers up above that I didn't see before. I do hear someone firing at me. Where is he? Well, the chest over here. I'll get to that soon. I want to see who that mysterious sniper is that's keeping their aim on me. You're gonna find a lot of arrows here too, since you are gonna be in a archer heavy area. It must be on the other side. That's gotta be it. Or was it you? Oh, might be that guy over there. Yeah, I don't care. I'll snipe your button anyways. We can at least go through here. Aha! That might have been what I was getting me before. I do see an enemy over there. Maybe I was just unfortunate enough that they could see me through this hole. I can snipe that right away. Snipe that guy right in the NARS, yeesh. No matter how many times I hit that, that's not gonna affect it at all. But we want to keep that big piece of meat in mind for later. We can't destroy that, we just gotta get to it first. Unfortunately for me, this means I gotta deal with this stupid music again. This very silly and generic music. At least I can snipe you out. And you would crash through a crate too. maybe I can make this music go away once I deal with this boss over here. Doesn't see me yet. Yeah. You know, I was gonna wait till next episode to wait for this music to go through this camp, but the music's not going away. So these guys have asked for it. Yeah, it's not going away. I guess I'll go through this camp after all. I didn't mean to. I was gonna end the episode soon, but fine. The game doesn't want me to. I'll have to press on through anyways. So keep yourself in the darkness. I think that's why these guys can't see you before. Or if you get noticed, a bunch of them will come after you. Doesn't matter though. Now let's already strike down some of the archers in their higher posts, so I'm not in that much danger. There's another guy over there. I think he may have noticed me. Whoa! Why are you being warped over there? If that was him, how did he do that? Nope, it's just another guy. Man, that would've been so funny though if that was the same guy who managed to warp over here somehow. That would've been pretty tricky. Or maybe that guy was just another Bulblin. Oops. There we go. Yeah, you guys just don't know when to stop, do you? I mean, this is your camp and all, but there shouldn't be this many of you here. Nothing over here, I see. No chests. I see you over there. I can see this one. This bulb in particular has a shiny thing on him. Headshot. But I guess that's the rest of them. Nice. And clearly we can see that this guy was holding something special. A small key. And this is pretty morbid. It's the corpse of a boar that we've been seeing across this desert so far. They're actually known as Bulbos. We didn't see those before we were meeting with the Bulblin King. But they decided to cook one up. And it's even worse, there's a piece of heart inside it too. So they killed it, but not extracted all its organs out of it, which is really gross. I don't think these Bulblins knew what they were doing when they're trying to cook up that thing. No doubt that's the grossest piece of heart that I have ever gotten in my entire life. I'm sure Link is not that much satisfied about it either. At least open that up. But I don't think... Can we get inside it? Oh, we can. We just gotta move it into it. That's all. I close this up because... Look who's back. Well, this guy isn't really nice, is he? The Bulblin King has returned once again. This guy doesn't know when to quit, does he? At least we can use the backsides for once. Just going at him head on would not be the smartest thing to do. Just keep stabbing in the butt over and over again. Well, that's what he gets for swiping at me and that poor Bulbo that didn't do anything to anyone. What the hell's ready to work? Oh, there we go. I guess it just wasn't near him the first time. You know what? I want to give this guy a chance. Let's see if this works. Hell yeah, the Mortal Draw does work on him too! Oh, I did say I want to put our new techniques to use, and we were able to do that! Even if it was just for like a minute. I was about to say he was smart and wanted to cut his losses, but That's not gonna happen because he wants to burn this whole place down and take us with it. That's why we can use this bolt over here to charge our way out and into freedom while he continues to hang on for his life. At least by doing that, we ended up finally at the Colosseum-like location. And I do see that there's a poem there. I want to get that really quickly before daytime comes around. Stock that really quickly. There we go. I took that poem in a record time. Excellent. Just want to make sure that one didn't get away. Or got a lot of damage on me. And we do see that there's a couple of torches there too. I don't think time can progress when you're in this area. At least the harp here. Why am I hearing that music? Who's nearby? Who wants to fight me? Oh, those things. Ah, of course it's levers. Pesky levers doesn't know when to stop or just let things go. All they know is just attack. I want to say there's a chest around here. A small one at least. Ah, more dank levers. Just stay buried on your own home. I don't want to mess with you. I don't got time to deal with you. I've got bigger fish to fry. And you guys are not it. Oh my god, what did I just say? Leave me alone. I guess it's not here. Must have been thinking things about that then. Well, at least we got those torches right next to this door. So we can light those up. To get, I guess, the only chest here. I really thought there were two for some reason. But I guess that's just gonna be the only one we can find. At least that contains purple rupee. Yeah, whatever. At least it filled up our wallet, so I can finally allow myself to use our new magic armor whenever I want to. We're finally stacking up on rupees again. And I think we're gonna stop things here for today. We're able to get to this Colosseum-esque structure, which serves to be a very important place to where we have to go and find the Mirror of Twilight. Because, believe it or not, that is our next dungeon. And for veterans of this game, you know it pretty well, because this happens to be one of the fan favorite dungeons in Twilight Princess. And I can't wait to start it next time. It's one of my favorites too. Until we meet again, farewell for now.